Hurry up, get ready to go. Andrew come in power and him never prepare to serve us with honesty.
Andrew, remember when you did there, on stage you attack, you say you don't grudge nobody for them big house. You don't grudge nobody. But no, it look like I'm more than grudge with your bad mind because
you will never hear me bad mind nobody for them squatter land where them a live pan. You will never hear me bad mind nobody for where them have.
Me and no squatters, me can't be squatters in Jamaica.
You will never hear that out of the Labour Party that I lead.
As a citizen, I'm a national, I'm a native. Me no run away for nowhere come here. A Jamaica me born and grow. Me and no squatters, me can't be squatters in Jamaica. No boy can't tell me say me have squatters in my country. Me born and grow here.
And you come in power with a big long bag to rob taxpayers' money. Sooner or later we are gonna vote him out and send him to the jailhouse. Never again taxpayers' money to see. And do you too greedy? You better hurry up.
Because the Labour Party believe that every poor man must build his castle. Every poor man must build him big house. And we not grudge you for it. We are going to help you to achieve that. That is why we say education for free, health for free, and we must make the place secure so you can live and enjoy.
Brother, where you come from?
Hurry up, get ready to go. We are St. Vaz and Horace, Chang, Desmond Mackenzie. The whole of them are come, you better hurry up. Hurry up, get ready to go. Hurry up. No, sir, I feel like I want to go to the studio. Hurry up, get ready to go.
Now welcome back to another exclusive for live. Now blessing goes out to all my viewers and all my subbies, all my well wishers. Like, share and also subscribe if you haven't done so already. Coming up in today's topic and review.
$3 billion. That's the annual trade between the United States and Jamaica. 70% of the tourists who land at Sangster International Airport are from America. And now Washington wants something in return. On June 18th, 2026, Carrie Lake sat before the United States Senate and said 5 words that should put every Jamaican on alert. Right here in our front yard, she was talking about China, but here is what she didn't say. The same Senate is also deciding who gets paid to rebuild Jamaica after Hurricane Melissa. And the answer they are engineering has nothing to do with Jamaican companies. The brief. Here's what's happening in plain language. Hurricane Melissa devastated parts of Jamaica. The reconstruction bill is massive, billions of dollars, and 2 countries want to write the checks. America says, we will help, but our companies do the work. China says, we will help, and we have already been here for years, building roads, expanding ports, wiring your networks. Carrie Lake's confirmation hearing was not a diplomatic exercise. It was a commercial positioning exercise. Every statement about security, every warning about China, every promise of partnership, it all traces back to one question. Who gets the rebuilding contracts? Here's the shocker. Jamaica doesn't have to choose, but America is building a frame that makes refusing to do business with American companies look like choosing China. Who wins? Who loses? Let's break this down. Who wins if American companies take the rebuild? American construction firms, American engineering companies, American suppliers. They get contracts worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Jamaica gets rebuilt, but the money leaves the island. It goes back to Houston, to Miami, to New York. Jamaican workers get jobs. Jamaican companies don't get contracts, or only get a few. Who wins if Chinese companies stay in the mix? Chinese state-backed firms. They already control 49% of the port of Kingston. They already built the highway network. They already wired the telecom infrastructure through Huawei. If they get rebuilding contracts, the money flows to Beijing. But here's the difference. China doesn't pretend it is doing Jamaica a favor. China calls it investment. America calls it a partnership. But here's the thing. Both versions mean Jamaica doesn't own the rebuild. Who loses? The Jamaican contractor in Mandeville who didn't get the bid. The Jamaican engineer in Montego Bay who watches a foreign firm take the project. The Jamaican taxpayer who will service the debt for decades while the profits leave the country. What they didn't say. Here's what Kari Lake didn't tell the Senate, and what no American official will say publicly. The U.S. government has a tool called the Development Finance Corporation, DFC. It was created to compete with China's Belt and Road. Its purpose is to channel American private capital into developing countries on terms that benefit American companies. It's not aid. It's not charity. It's a strategic investment designed to replace Chinese investment. And here's what's missing from every conversation about the rebuild. Nobody is asking the question that matters most. Why can't Jamaican companies rebuild Jamaica? Jamaica has engineers. Jamaica has architects. Jamaica has construction firms. What Jamaica doesn't have is access to capital on terms that make bidding competitive. That's not a Jamaica problem. That's a structural problem created by decades of IMF conditions, debt servicing, and a financial system that keeps small nations small. The US isn't offering to fix that. China isn't offering to fix that. Both are offering to do the work themselves and send the invoice to Kingston. The diaspora angle. If you are watching from Miami, from Toronto, from Birmingham, this affects you directly. Diaspora remittances fund Jamaican households, but reconstruction is funded by government contracts. When a foreign company gets the rebuild, your remittance doesn't offset it. Your family in Jamaica pays for the rebuild through taxes and debt, while the profits leave the country. And here's what should keep you up at night. The same US visa restrictions that were used to pressure Jamaica over Cuban doctors. They can be used again. Not for doctors this time. For any policy decision that Washington disagrees with. If Jamaica gives a rebuilding contract to a Chinese firm, what happens to the visa access of the officials who approved it? That's not hypothetical. That's the precedent. Bonus facts. Let's pause for a second. Here are 4 things you probably didn't know. Fact 1. The U.S. Development Finance Corporation was specifically created in 2019 to counter China's Belt and Road Initiative. Its entire purpose is to offer American capital as an alternative to Chinese loans. But the companies that benefit are American, not local. Fact 2. China's 49% control of the Port of Kingston was acquired through a concession agreement that runs until 2047. That's 21 more years of Chinese strategic presence at Jamaica's largest port. No U.S. ambassador can undo that with a confirmation hearing. Fact 3. Hurricane Melissa's reconstruction bill is estimated to be one of the largest in Jamaican history. The last reconstruction of this scale, after Hurricane Ivan in 2004, saw the majority of major contracts awarded to foreign firms. Jamaican companies were subcontractors, not prime contractors. Fact 4. CARICOM's revised Treaty of Chaguaramas includes a provision for coordinated regional procurement, meaning Caribbean nations could jointly bid on reconstruction projects to increase bargaining power. That provision has never been used. Not once. Here's the bottom line. Kari Lake told the Senate that China is in America's front yard. She's right that China is here. But she left out the part where America wants the yard for itself. Jamaica doesn't need a patron. Jamaica needs options. The ability to say yes to American investment without saying no to Jamaican companies. The ability to accept Chinese partnership without becoming a Chinese province. The ability to rebuild the island with Jamaican hands and Jamaican capital, if the international system would stop designing rules that make that impossible. Friendship must never become dependency, and partnership must never mean giving up the right to choose. Subscribe so we can keep you informed. Share this with everyone in your WhatsApp group, your church, and your family abroad. $3 billion US. That's the annual trade between the United States and Jamaica.
Now bless upon yourself, viewers and subscribers. Welcome back to another exclusive for Hot Topic discussion and review. Now my viewers and my subscribers, it's not looking good. Now we seeing where America is like eyeing Jamaica we see where the leader recently signed some war policy with Jamaica, in which many Jamaicans, not even the ones who are in power, have any idea what deal did Dr. Horace Chang sign with the USA.
Important for us to get some answers to. And I think, Jade listeners, again, from a human rights perspective, when you speak about joint operations, it's moving from mere cooperation. I think we have to look at oversight mechanisms and that accountability system, use of force, and so on.
Now, the JFJ has questions about military cooperation between the USA and Jamaica. Exclusive Director of Jamaicans for Justice, JFJ, Michael Jackson, is questioning the governance and accountability mechanism surrounding the status of force agreement. So far, the SOFA signed between Jamaica and the United States. And surprisingly, this is a very important and vital question. And some people are saying she only ask this question and I do this because she is a PNP. This is a very important question which the people of Jamaica need to know what kind of agreement this. Just the sounds of status of force, that rings an alarm in my head. However, let's listen to what Michael Jackson questions to the government, especially Mr. Dr. Horace Chang.
We're aware that we already, for example, have the ship rider agreement that will deal with narco operations in Jamaican Caribbean Sea because it spans several Caribbean countries. But there are a few questions that I have. We understand cooperation, we understand training, but when we talk about joint operations, I'm keen on understanding some of the particulars of this agreement. And if we're talking about joint operations, what are the protocols surrounding use of force? What are the protocols surrounding the oversight mechanism of INDICOM? How exactly will this particular arrangement be governed when we talk about a situation that may result in civilian injury or harm? There are too many questions that I believe from a human rights perspective that need certain answers to. Again, the text or the framework governing this agreement is important for us to get some answers to. And I think, Jade listeners, again, from a human rights perspective, when you speak about joint operations, it's moving from mere cooperation. I think we have to look at oversight mechanisms and that accountability system, use of force, and so on.
Andrew, remember when you did there, past stage you attack, you say you don't grudge nobody for them big house. You don't grudge nobody. But no, it look like a more than grudge with your bad mind, because when you got send bulldozer and join with private sector for bulldozer down people house about people as squatters. The 700,000 people you claim as squatters upon land. When you bulldozer them, where them are going to go? And them boy they will build a hotel, them boy they for run out of Jamaica, we use the hotel them for a house, then I will live in them.
Tap it right there, sir, Mama sir. You know the reason why politicians treat people so all the time, not just JLP, PMP too. Yes man, because what? Them sister the Jamaican them live like a pussy and dog, and we not live as one. But make you continue in our video. We'll chat a bag of things at the end.
We definitely live about Jamaica. Because we are asking where the people them for go when they mash up them house and lick it down with bulldozer and fall. If you say I want boy will join with anti-owners government, if you go on a drive, I take forklift and do one for lick down people house, when the days are got bitter. If you not bad like blood clot, mama son no love talk and show her face. Why someone not go up on the journey go show on the face? So no suck police boy and on the dirty boy where I go there because they demolition people place. Why not show on the face? When you can't show on the face. So when for the bad, so when I hide for puss not hide for. Because all I have remember I have woman, papa and pitney and family too, you know. And when you go to work go destroy people livelihood, you know. Remember me tell you now the days are bitter, you know. Me hear them talk about the country. So the country will run one day. Like a famine I take, and if you put on a pot of food, the man them just outside and wait pan until it don't cook. Them just come take it from you and your family. I'm not for them and them and for them family on yam food. And that you don't want Jamaica come to. When they need to wake up Jamaican, wake up and smell the coffee and see what anti-owners them have over our head, and we have to stand up for one another. When I wake up people, stop be like an idiot. Enough is enough. When you not see that you're not fed up. Jesus Christ of Nazareth, what more can do? When you can't do nothing more than we have to join hands in hand. Remember the 7th of September, the taxi driver, them a come out of them and them now work. No movement, 7 day lockdown the country for 7 days. Them have to reverse all of them ladder with them put on it and come and tell us if you have a tattoo in a car. You can't wear your clothes like this to go in a car because you're going to pay a fine of $5,000. I want to know that so good government, don't you, Andrew, man? Andrew, I want to you. And you see, like, every time people talk, you do worse than what you have to do. It's like you don't care for the people, them. Look at dirty, man, when you not go and come out of our face, man. Me not like you, no? Oh, me not like you.
Yeah, guys, when you hear that? John was star. Hey, Mama sir, he's a real freedom fighter like me, myself, you know. John was star. And you see, all I want to chapter man and grader man, we are grown and I follow the government and I hurt your black brother and hurt your black sister, and this go through the police too. Because I have family, bro. Don't make the system use if you hurt your black brother and black sister. Don't do it. Yeah. I don't have a reason why I don't hide in the face to you, know. Because I don't know, you know. But one thing I have to tell you, know, there is a revolution is on his way coming. Remember me tell you. Because I know just PMP I feel it, you know. JLP I feel it too. I mean, as a youth, I vote for Andrew Wellness them. You hear me tell you, know? I can say we can come out and come talk like this. You disappoint me, bro. I can say me have to burn be a fire upon you, bad man. Me never call on a downfall upon a man yet. Me like how me call on downfall upon you. Yeah, man, me feel good if Marcus Garvey prophesy come true and it come true upon you, Andrew. Me feel great. God know. Because my people them will be free.
Teachers are the backbones of every nation. Doctors, lawyers, all of them had to go through a teacher. So why this teacher feel this way? Listen to her. Listen to what she's saying.
I'm a teacher. I teach at the high school level. I teach both POB and principles of accounts. And I'm going to tell you how I feel about all of this. So let's get in. So as a teacher, you know, my role is to ensure that my students are ready for the next level of the education system. I mean, because I teach CXC. So I'm one of those teachers who helps to prepare students for the next level. That's the tertiary level. So I have to help them get their grade 1s and 2s and 3s in their subject area. All right. So I'm scrolling, as I said, and I noticed that, you know, hate teacher, the government hate teacher, the parents them hate teacher, and society hate we too. Like, hate we? Fine, no problem. I'm gonna break down something for you. So I came across a post that says the teachers only rejected the new wage offer because we are aligned to the PNP. Not because we are real human beings who deserve meaningful salary and who have real bills to pay. But because we are aligned to the PNP, let me just clear up one major misconception. The JTA is a pressure group. The JTA is a pressure group. It's a union built by teachers, for teachers, and funded by teachers. It has nothing to do with government. So if there is a president at any given time who acts on the behalf of government or who is aligned to one specific party, he should be removed from the head of the union, or she should be removed from the head of the union. Because the moment you stop acting on those who are paying you, you're not acting as a union. Unions act on the behalf of the contributors, on the behalf of the employees who they are slated to protect. As I said, the JTA is a pressure group. They are there to add pressure to the government to ensure that teachers are living above average. Let me put it this up. Above average. So, let me just get that out of the way. I don't want to hear say because the lady Lasagna aligned to PNP, why the wage negotiation was not accepted. So, rubbish. Rubbish. Make we keep it moving now. Now, as I said, many of you parents hate us teachers. We hate we like poison. We don't know what a teacher do now. Right? But listen to my story. So I teach POB and POA at the CSEC level. Now, when I teach POB, I don't offer additional classes for marathons or reviews. It's okay to, the way how I teach the subject, it is okay to just review the content during my regular class time before exams or during different intervals. For POA, which is a more practical subject and requires students to practice more, I offer marathons and lunchtime sessions. Mind you, I don't eat no lunch when me at work. My fourth formers were studying. My lunchtime is dedicated to them. So fourth formers are advised to go and buy the lunch, come back where we have a fun and interactive session. Hopefully I'm able to give them the content in a way that is different from how it is given in class, just to help them grasp it better or to become more comfortable with it. Now you see, education has three major stakeholders. The stakeholders are parents, teachers, and students. And if at any given time any of these stakeholders blunder or break the cycle, then there is a threat to the teaching and learning process. Yes? So, if you hate teachers because your child is underperforming, just remember and ask yourself, did you play your role? And did you force the child or allow the child, prepare a schedule for the child so that they can play their role? Because I'm trying to understand, if it's performance, why you people believe that we don't deserve more pay? Because teaching is the only profession. Teaching is the only profession where the job goes home with the teacher. Yep. Back to the marathons. So I'm hosting these marathons. I'm on marathons for accounting during CXC time from 5:30 in the evening till 12 midnight. Remember me have me pitney too. Me dey on marathon with no pitney from 12 midnight until from 5:30 p.m. until 12 midnight. Sometime from 5:30 to 8:30, 5:30 to 10:30, 5:30 to 9:30. A lot of the time you are not being paid. A lot of the time you are not being paid. And even if you charge something, I want $500. And I said again, a lot of the time you are not being paid. You know, here teacher for what? We not deserve meaningful salary because why? But yet still I only see one who send no pitney down at the school under some subpar condition. No lunch, no bus fare, nothing, no resources, no books. And you take up the money and give it to them. You take up a book and you give them. You take up the pen and you give them because they don't come to school with even a pen. So you take it up and you give it to them. You ensure that they have these supplies. As a teacher, you have to buy a little supply bag and have something for everybody in the class can get. But no more. Hey, after me see how no hate we, government hate we, parents hate we, society hate we. Hell no. I refuse as a teacher to contribute my salary to a system that I don't need to. I am not obligated behind showing up at 8 o'clock in the morning and clocking out in the evening pan time when me supposed to leave. At that the job description say, show up 8 o'clock. And for those admins or those people who feel like my Sunday and my Saturday is designated to them because teacher and I have no life. I work from Monday to Friday. I just when my Saturday and my Sunday come, nobody no ask me about what me I do. What me I do on my business. Those are my days that I'm not being paid for. Me stop them something. I don't hate we like pies, man. Ma stop it.